doing part 3 of my declutter series today, and it's going to be eyeshadow palettes today. So I have just a drawer here. I had some in, and I've taken some off of the shelves and my vanity and things like that and added them here so they're all in one pile for us to go through. Don't forget, at the end of this series, which there's only one more video after this one, I think it'll be going up in the next 2 weeks. There will be a giveaway for you guys in there, so make sure you're subscribed. That's going to be one of the requirements. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and you're excited for the giveaway, and make sure those notifications are on so that you'll be notified when the giveaway goes live. So let's jump into what we got today. The first palette I have is by Ofra. It's a eye and face palette. I'm definitely hanging on to that one. And by Ciate London, I have the Velvet palette. Here's what that looks like. I've only used that once or twice, so I'm going to keep that. In my ColourPop, I have their California Love palette. Definitely a keeper. And another ColourPop palette, I have the Element of Surprise. Also going to hang on to that one. And then we have the Perception palette, which was a collab with Shayla in ColourPop. And I'm so sad I took it on vacation and the mirror got broke, but I'm definitely hanging on to it. Then we have by Tarte, their Tarteist Pro Glow face palette. It's been loved, as you can see. It's nice and dirty. I'm going to keep that one. And by Huda Beauty, I have her 3D highlighter palette. I'm going to hang on to that one as well. Then I have by Hip Dot their Zion palette. Keeping that one. And then I have another Hip Dot palette, which I haven't gotten to use yet, but I am definitely going to get into it one day soon. It's their palette called C Note, which is like a blue-green version. And there's what we have there. I'm excited to get some use out of that one. And by Wander Beauty, their Getaway Eye and Face palette. I'm definitely hanging on to this one. The name suits it well. It's perfect for travel. Then by Iconic London, I have their Blaze Chaser face palette. And that one is still pretty new to me. I haven't used it or even swatched it, so I think I'm going to stick this one in the giveaway for you guys. Then by Juvia's Place, I have the Nubian palette. It's another one that's nice and dirty. You can tell it's well loved. I'm definitely keeping that. By Pretty Volker, I have their Nightingale palette. It's another nice and dirty one that I've used quite a bit. I like the cool tones in here. You don't see very many cool tone palettes, so I'm keeping that one. We have a Huda Beauty, the Rose Gold Remastered palette. I love the outside of this, so it's one that I actually keep on display. I'm definitely keeping it. The formulas are very nice. By Naked Cosmetics, we have a highlighting palette. As you can see, one of mine broke. But I really like this for inner corner highlights is what I use it for. So if I'm doing a look with these type of tones here, I'll use this as my inner corner, and it's very pretty. So if you have it and you don't get use out of it because of those colors you don't really wear on your face, that's a good idea. Use it as eyeshadow or inner corner highlight. It's their holographic highlight collection. I have by Cover Effects their Perfector face palette. This is another one of my favorites. As you can see, I hit pan on that contour. I just love that contour shape for my skin tone. Nice highlights and a blush in there as well. Definitely keeping that one. By Viseart, I have their Neutral Matte Eyeshadow palette. Keeping that one. By Laura Geller, their Cinnamon and Spice palette. And there's what that looks like. I actually think I'm going to give this one to a friend or family member. I don't get much use out of it. I have a lot of palettes with shades like that in there. And another ColourPop palette. This one's Truly Madly Deeply. Definitely keeping that one. Then the Morphe and Manny MUA Glam palette. I haven't haven't used it too much. I guess I'll hang on to it. I definitely need to try those highlighters. I haven't yet. And by Ciate London, the Editor palette. I love the packaging of this. It's very cool. And there's what it looks like. I'm definitely going to hang on to that. And by Seraphine Botanicals, their Sakura and Sage Vegan Eyeshadow and Blush Palette. And I'm going to hang on to that. I really love the silver here. I haven't tried the others yet, but this one looks like a similar formula to the silver. And yeah, I just really like it. It's really nice and glittery. By Huda Beauty, I have one of her mini palettes. This one's in Amethyst Obsessions. I'm going to keep that one. Then by Kypris, we have this shimmer palette. Got this in a BoxyCharm recently. And there's what it looks like. I believe it's supposed to be like eyeshadow toppers, or you could use them as highlights on the face or body. I haven't gotten much use out of them yet, but I'll hang on to it. By BH Cosmetics, their Royal Affair eyeshadow palette. And my little sister actually bought this for me for Christmas the year before last, so I'm definitely going to hang on to it. Then one of my favorites, the Carly Bible Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Definitely keeping that one. And this is one of my recent favorites I've been loving and using almost every day. It's by True and Luscious, the Lucky Glow face palette. And there's what it looks like. It just has nice bronzers and highlight and blush shades in there. Keeping that. We have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Definitely going to keep this one. By Tarte, their Park Avenue Princess palette. It's a nice bronzer and contouring palette. I'm definitely going to keep. It's very good quality. It's heavy packaging. And then their Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette. Definitely keeping that one as well. And we have two Natasha Denona palettes. I got both of these actually in BoxyCharm, so I think that's really cool. So we have Peak, and then we have Jubilee. Then by Dominique Cosmetics, we have the Celestial Thunder palette. Definitely keeping that one. Then by Storybook Cosmetics, I have the Happily Ever After Fairy Tale palette. And this one's really cool. The packaging, it looks like a book. And then there's the shades inside. I haven't gotten much use out of it, honestly, but I do keep it on the shelf, kind of on display, because it looks cool. So I'm going to keep that. Then I have the Morphe 35C palette. And I just got this one as a Christmas gift this year, so I'm definitely going to hang on to it. And I have by Pure Cosmetics the 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Powder Face Palette. And it's in Fair Light. And I actually am keeping this. I haven't actually used it on my face yet, so I'm going to put it on my vanity to remind myself to use it. I have a Tarte Pro Amazonian Clay Palette, or Tartist Pro. I'm going to keep that one. I have both Jaclyn Hill Morphe palettes here. So this one's the Volume 2. I'm going to hang on to that. And then my Volume 1, as you can tell, she's well loved too. I'm hanging hanging on to that as well. And I have a Pure Festival 2.0 palette. I'm gonna hang on to that. It has some really fun colors in there. Then Morphe 35M palette. And there's what that one looks like. I'm gonna hang on to that too. And the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. I'm gonna hang on to that. And the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I'm gonna keep that one. There are a couple shades in there I really like. And another Morphe palette. This is the 35W. It's one of the first Morphe palettes I ever bought, so I think I'm going to hang on to it. Another one of my top favorite palettes ever, the Tati Beauty palette, Volume 1. Hopefully one day we'll get Volume 2. But here's what she looks like. Very pretty. I love how she organized the palettes as well. And as you can see, I dropped it and this one came out. I was so mad, but there was no saving it. But those blend beautifully and wear beautifully. I really like that. We have by Zoeva the Rose Golden palette. I'm gonna stick this one in the box to give away to a friend or family member. And I have the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette. I had the regular one too, but I already gave that to my little sister and I kept this one. Definitely gonna keep her. One of my shadows fell out, but still a very pretty palette. By It Cosmetics, I have their Je ne sais quoi face palette. I'm gonna give that one to a friend or family member too. I just don't use it anymore. Then I have this palette by BoxyCharm called Hello Charmer. Has some really pretty shades in there. I've just not really used it, to be honest. I need to, because they do look very pretty, especially those glitter shades. I have the Profusion Pro Contour palette. It's a very good formula. I'm going to keep that one. Then by Pure, your Highlight and Contour palette and Sculptor. I'm gonna hang on to that one. And then the very last one I have, I am going to keep. It's very old. But this was like the very first palette I bought when I started getting into makeup big time. It's the NYX Beauty Dropout. So it had all kinds of nice shadow colors, and it had the face stuff in there. So I'm going to keep it just like a keepsake. I don't really use it anymore. I'm sure it's expired. Well, that's it for this declutter portion, guys. I think I got rid of 4 palettes total, which I figured we wouldn't have very many, to be honest. It's kind of one of the hardest things to let go of. I do have this brand new palette that I had in my giveaway bin. I'm going to stick in this giveaway. It's by Ebates Cosmetics called The Queen. The Queen lies in all of us, it says. And there's the actual cover. And then here's the shades. Very pretty. So don't forget, guys, to make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and turn on those notifications, because I'll have one last declutter series, which is going to be my body, skin, and hair care, and the giveaway will be announced in that video and how to enter. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. I don't think it'll be next week, but I'm pretty sure it'll be the week after. So within the next 2 weeks, that'll be going up. I have a nice pile going here, and then I have some extras I'll probably add in at the end as well, which I'll show in that video. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.